Hello, this is Samantha Jo Stitches. I'm Samantha Jo. This will hopefully be a channel about cross stitch if I get brave. We'll see. For some reason I'm really nervous alone in my room with my phone. A little about me. I'm 38. I live in Western Washington with my husband and our 3 teenagers, ranging from 15 to 18. We're very busy right now. Suddenly I have no hobbies. Never done anything in my life. Anyways, I do all kinds of fiber arts. I knit, I crochet, I sew, I quilt, I weave, I've done a little embroidery. But cross stitch is my main hobby. I think I do it the most. I devote most of my free time and love for it. I started cross stitching during the pandemic, like many of you. I was actually looking for a cheaper hobby. You guys can laugh. But anyways, I've been looking from the outside, looking into the community for a while, and I've been trying to talk myself up to film this video, introduce myself. I have an Instagram. It's Samantha Jo Stitches on there as well. But I have a big finish, and this is what's made me brave to finally do this video, because I won't talk about it. This is Baker's Wife by Mirabilia. She's on 32 count. Toasted Almond by Witchelt. I believe that's a called for fabric. Called for beads. Called for threads and silks. She's missing the periwinkle cryonic. When I kitted her up, I started her in 2023, May of 2023. When I kitted her up, I didn't add the cryonic, even though it was widely available at the time. And so when I was finishing her, I couldn't get it. So what I did was I used the water lilies, the wisteria water lilies that's called for, and I just put some blending filament to give it some sparkle. It's not really picking up, but it's there. I think it turned out okay. I also put some blending filament here. You can't really see it, but to give her a little lace on the bottom and bring the sparkle up a little bit more. She's 1/1 skin, which is crazy because she was only my 4th project ever. I saw her and I was like, yes, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do 1/1 skin, because that's a thing I could do. No. So much false confidence, so much. So don't look too close. She looks great from back here, but the original pattern has streamers that go right here and right here, but I had always decided I was gonna omit those because her companion piece, Duchess of Rowan, does not have streamers, and I would like to hang them together. We'll see. So I thought I would leave them out. Also, because I left out the streamers, if you're familiar with Baker's Wife, she's holding a cupcake in her hand, and it just looked weird. It just looked weird with the cupcake, just random cupcake. So while I was stitching her and doing the blue bows and stuff, she was giving me Madame Pompadour vibes. And Madame Pompadour famously gave the king terrible war advice. So I was like, I'm gonna put a little warship. So I charted a little warship for her hand out of the silk. I think it's Java and Wisteria. What, the water lilies. yeah, I'm so excited to have her done. She's a big finish for me. She's actually quite big. I know this is like a medium Mirabilia, but like her face is more queen size. Yeah, I'm so excited. So excited. I'm a little bummed. My camera keeps falling. Sorry guys. I had a vintage frame for her with a bubbled glass that I thought for sure she'd fit in. She doesn't fit, and I could have measured, but I didn't. So 3 years, I was like, it's gonna fit in that frame. She didn't fit in it. So I'll have to thrift another frame for her. But I'm so stoked. So excited. Anyways. I could talk about her forever. Just lost the whip. Okay. So for May, man, I'm so sorry this keeps falling. This is the second time I filmed this video and it wasn't falling last time. For May, I decided I would do Mirabilia May, where I worked on a Mirabilia, each one of my projects for a week. I have 3. And because I finished Baker's Wife, a spot opened up so I could start a new one. This is Titania, Queen of the Fairies. She's on 32 count Merlot by Fiber on a Whim. I'm going for a pink tone on tone, and I think it's working out. There's some ghosting, but I think because it's in the middle right here, it'll be fine. We'll see. But as of right now, called 4 colors. I'm not like a huge fairy person, but this past summer we saw Midsummer's Night Dream, Shakespeare in the Park with my family. And then I saw that Mirabilia had a line of Shakespeare fairies. So I'm planning to do all of them. We'll see. Anyways, she was so much fun. I got a lot of progress done. She got about a week and a half, I believe. I started her a little bit into April, so not quite fully May. But she was moving along very quickly. So it was hard to put her away. My next start is not a Mirabilia. It is a Sandy Orton for the Sandy Orton Sal, hosted by Colin from Stitchpocalypse. On the 15th, he hosted the Sandy Orton Sal. And I was in the grips of 1/1 skin with my Mirabilias, which you'll see in a minute. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I need to start something else. I need a break. So I started Acorn Sampler. And this is on 28 Mushroom Lugana, I believe by Witchell. And I mainly got it because it has all these specialty stitches. It has 7 just in this corner. I only have 5 done right now because I'm scared of these. They're called a queen stitch, and I have no idea how to do them at all. Like, if you have any tips or videos, please tell me. I'm so intimidated. So I'm leaving those, but we have some black work here. We have some eyelets. Oop, it's not focusing. Can't tell, but this acorn here and the top are specialty stitches. The border will be specialty stitches. We have some satin stitch there. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really enjoying it. I'll probably pull this out more in fall. I don't have many fall pieces, which is nuts because I love fall. So I'm really hoping that I will get a lot of progress on this coming up. All right, whips. So I started out my Mirabilia month with Queen Titania. In the second week, I pulled out my Snow Maiden. again by Mirabilia. And she is on 32 count Frost by Bestitch Me. And it doesn't look like a lot of progress, but for this piece in particular, it's a lot of progress. She's supposed to be, and she is, my like bad weather snow stitch. But here in Western Washington, we had no snow. It was such a mild winter. I maybe got a dusting once, so she barely got any work. She's sat in the bag with like just this halo done for like a year and a half, poor thing. And I honestly wasn't very excited to pull her out because she didn't have any work done on her. It's hard when you're first beginning and it's not, you can't see anything. But I'm so glad I did and that I committed to the Mirabilia May, because I was able to get a lot of her hair done. You can see some of her skin, which I'm going to do 1/1. Yeah, she's actually looking like something. And I'm excited to pull her out, hopefully, for snow days. Hopefully, fingers crossed. My next whip is Twin Mermaids. This is on 32 count Murky by Picture This Floss. Maybe? Yes. Yes. And this one I did about a week and a half on this one. I did a week in the last half of May. I did up her arm, all 1/1. And her hair, and I got her face. I was so excited. Love to get a face in. This piece, I was high off of my Mirabilia start back in 2023, and I was like, I'm gonna do a mermaid. I'm gonna do them all. I love a mermaid. I'm a Pacific Northwest girl. I grew up on the Puget Sound, like a few yards from my front door. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a mermaid. I'm gonna do it deep sea, kind of grungy Puget Sound ocean. And in my excitement, I didn't think about the fact that this is a half naked fancy lady and it's a lot of skin to do 1/1. Not only that, but there's two fancy ladies on this. And I didn't even realize it. But now I'm super intimidated by it because I'm like, that's a lot of work. Sometimes when there's like a lot of work, I'm like, I don't want to work on it because it's too much work. So, but I was having so much fun. I'm a little worried about the margins because the two mermaids, and then if you see here, the beads actually go out like more. So I'm probably going to have to sew some fabric on to frame it. But we'll deal with that when we get there. Anyways, Twin Mermaids, all called for, floss and beads. At the moment, this Water Lilies here seems cooler than the floss. So I might pull it out and change it. I don't know if it's a different dye lot or maybe I'll fussy cut to get the tone correctly, but it seems off to me, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Anyways, Twin Mermaids by Mirabilia. Okay, that's my last Mirabilia. Sorry, zipper. I forgot to write this one in my notes. This is my one a day. That was intense. Okay. This is my one a day project. I don't know if I have any progress pictures on this. And nothing's going to be ironed. Because any reason not to do this video, I was going to take. So. I worked in filling in the heart here. I think that was still done. I did most of this dragon gate. Oh, and this is Lock and Key by Alforce embroidery. This is not the called for fabric or thread. This is 36 count macchiato, I think, by Bestitch Me. And the thread is hold on. Thread is, the brown is Charlie Brown by Roxy Floss Co. And then the red is, I don't have them, Brick by Pirate Robin. And then Marigold by Pirate Robin. I love these. They're so nice. But I think I will keep trucking along with this one a day, getting a lot of progress. There were a few days where I miscounted and then gave up, but I tried to make a point to go back and pull out the mess ups and restart so I could do a quick thread. All right, that's it for May. That wasn't too bad. Heart's racing. I don't know why this is so hard for me. I'm a scaredy cat. For June, I don't think I'm gonna have myself stick to such a rigid schedule like I had for the Mirabilias, but I do want to get one piece done. I want, or at least as much as I can get done on it. I'm working on Stitch for Pride 2024 by D's 20 Stitches. This is on 46 count cream, I think, by Bestitch Me. I was on their monthly fabric subscription for a little while, so I have a lot of Bestitch Me. But I would like to get as much progress as possible on this piece. She's old and there's no excuse. I also have 2025's Stitch for Pride that I would like to finish this one and get working on. I love these pieces. I want them out. I want to be able to pull them out. They're beautiful. I've seen them both done now. I love them. I just gotta do it. This is not the called for thread. These are just DMC that I am pulling randomly, which one I feel represents it. Yeah, but that's all my plans for June so far. Hopefully I'll get brave and we might have a June wrap up too, maybe. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.